The Eagles.
Didn't like it.
I'd say same excitement as last year, right? Like very good team. They made some big changes um, in terms of what they were able to get out of the draft. They got Jihad Campbell, linebacker out of Georgia, very strong safety Andrew Mukuba. They made some big moves there. Free agency. They brought in AJ Dillon as former defensive end for the Giants, Aziz Olajari. They brought in former Chief, former Patriot Josh Uche. They brought in Adoree Jackson as well. So they made some moves in free agency. They lost quite a bit. Um, Mekhi Becton is no longer starting guard for them. They lost Kenneth Gainwell, who's a good serviceable piece behind Saquon Barkley. CJ GJ's gone. Brandon Ingram's gone. Um, they lost Josh Sweat and
Brandon
Darius Slay as
Graham,
well.
not Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Graham, yeah, that's a fine. Brandon Graham, Darius Slay, Josh Sweat. Those are some big pieces. And then we learned recently that there's been another injury to one of their guards, Landon Dickerson, who's probably out for the whole season. They believe it to be a meniscus tear. He's going in for a
It's
second
a
opinion,
multiple. I
multiple
thought it was
meniscus,
multiple tears.
all meniscus from the reports that I read. But he's going in for a second opinion before fully determining what it is that they're going to do next. But yeah, Landon Dickerson being out for the whole season would be a massive miss on their side, especially after letting Mekhi Becton walk.
Yeah, they. I don't want to say cleared house, but they did get rid of a lot of pieces on defense. Um, I have a certain prejudgment about the rookie Jihad Campbell. Why why would someone name their child that? Even if it's not like the same pronunciation of
Oh, it
like
is.
jihad,
Yeah, it
like
is.
why I don't understand why you would name a child that in any
It's a
culture
it's a
really.
it's a fair question.
It's not really a question, it's just like an observation. Like
A statement.
I'm not asking why. I don't know why. And I'm not asking why. It's just like that doesn't seem like a very good move objectively. But you know, plenty of jokes to be made about a defensive player in football named Jihad.
He is Muslim, and the jihad in Arabic does mean struggle and effort, and so his parents
So
named him.
it's not the actual like
No, it's
committing.
not.
No, and
But
if that's what you thought that they named him that just for that meaning, that's really weird.
that's on you, man.
Uh, that's on you.
I I mean, you're close enough to what like everybody thinks of as that word. So like I don't see that as being like a very smart move as by a parent, but
That's why you're not his parent. You didn't name him that.
Also born in
You're
New
good.
Jersey post 9/11, so it is
Oh,
it is again weird, but like that's also not any of our cultures. So thanks,
so
Tybo. Appreciate
there's no
appreciate that.
difference in pronunciation. Like
But not the if not to my knowledge, given the way
I was just say
they
you're asking
pronounced
Ty
it,
Bob for pronunciation help right here.
the way that they
try
pronounced
my
it on
best.
draft night multiple times. That's the same pronunciation I'm running with. So if you're mad at me for pronunciation, get mad at Mel Kiper.
That's easy to get mad at.
Tybo, you were talking about the cleaning of house for the Eagles on the defense, but mainly it's those older guys that they were kind of phasing out anyways. CJ had been in and out of the Eagles organization over the last couple of seasons. Darius Slay, I believe, retired or is very close to retirement. Josh Sweat is one of the younger guys, but he went and got a payday, something that he wasn't going to be able to get from the Eagles, given what they've been able to do to manipulate the cap. Brandon Graham also on the way out of his career as well. So a lot of the guys that did leave on the defensive side are either being phased out of their career or just out of the cap situation that Howie Roseman has been able to pull there in Philadelphia.
Howie's been a genius with that team, though.
I mean,
they got what 13, 14 draft picks next year.
Do they really? I haven't even
Yeah,
looked at that. That's
Howie's really
insane.
stacked that up.
You're gonna have to though, because a lot of these guys that they have in that are still on their rookie contracts are also going to be out soon. They're gonna have to really bolster that roster with a lot of young guys, given the way that he has tiered out the cap space with some of their top players in being AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They just paid Jalen Hurts. They've also recently paid Saquon Barkley, and that's just on the offensive side, not including anything they've done on the defensive side, which is still stacked, even with losing some of these guys.
I am glad that they are trying to somewhat get away from the Georgia defensive players a little bit. That helps out a lot, but they still have a ton over there.
Are they? Are they getting away from?
They didn't draft one in the first round this year.
That's
Campbell went
that's
to
fair.
Bama.
Yeah, he did. I said that incorrectly earlier. I thought he was from Georgia, but I believe their other linebacker they grabbed, Smail Mondon, is from Georgia. Third round pick.
it's interesting.
From
A
Georgia.
team from a state in the union drafting players from the South. I tell you what, though, as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, there's not a lot we like about the Philadelphia Eagles organization. We hate Nick Sirianni.
Yep.
Uh, we
Respect Howie
Jalen Hurts is not the best quarterback in the NFC.
Not even close.
I can at least give him some flowers, but like, we hate Philadelphia fans. We hate the Philadelphia Eagles organization, but it is kind of a thing to marvel at the way Howie Roseman is like managing this team, and because you can see the vision, like the Sean referenced the amount of draft picks they have next season, and so like they're staying competitive. Like they have a lot of big pieces that are still on the Super Bowl team, but they're obviously going to need those draft picks to like revamp and try to stay competitive. So like you can see the vision and you can see like Howie Roseman's work like come about in front of our eyes, like we
He's doing a
see the
fantastic job.
success. Yeah, and
it's not
we're
like
jealous, but we also know what we have in Brett Veach. So
well, and that's what I was going to say. So, like, not only are teams competing against each other on the biggest stages, like our GMs are also competing against each other in like who's outperforming one another, and it's neck and neck really on both sides. Like we won a Super Bowl against them, they won a Super Bowl against us. Both of our GMs are outperforming against every other GM in the league. It's kind of it is cool to see from top to bottom that everyone in both organizations is really competing at a very high level at their respective positions.
I don't want
Very,
Jalen
very
Carter
cool.
to be good at football. He's mainly the reason. Like a lot of other players made plays against us in the Super Bowl, but if you want my honest opinion, like Jalen Carter's the one that beat us in the Super Bowl. So like
He's good, dude. That D line is scary, and not much has changed. This team is still the best in that division. I mean, barring anything wild happening, again losing Landon Dickerson is a big miss for them if he's out for the full season. But I don't think that necessarily changes a whole lot on what they have for the team. They're still going to be
I
very
think there's
good.
been a standard in that O line room for quite some time now. Jason Kelsey kind of
Set
leaving
that
that
precedent. Yep.
legacy in that O line room. So I feel like there's a standard for guys that are stepping in that I don't know if losing somebody on the O line is going to be that big of a deal for them. Lane Johnson has injury issues, and they don't seem to have a problem at right tackle. So I don't see an offensive line injury really derailing their season. But like if Saquon Barkley goes down, like we can start to be like,
It's
I don't think they can. I don't think they're a complete team. I don't think they can. I
it's a
don't think
Super
they
Bowl
can
hangover
compete.
year for them.
Hmm?
Maybe.
It's a Super Bowl hangover year.
Look what happened the
Look
last
what,
time they won a Super
yeah,
Bowl.
Honestly,
not good.
I feel like with how many pieces they lost on defense, I don't feel like this year is going to be as successful for them. I don't know if they get back to the Super Bowl, but I don't feel like the NFC is
I
that
was just
strong,
about to
so
say that.
anything can happen. Yeah.
I have them
I mean,
finishing
it could
second.
it could be a hangover, but like we'll get to that team that you're talking about who's going to end up you think is going to end up first. But this whole division does have outside of playing in the division does have a difficult schedule.
Yeah.
They all play the AFC
Which sucks
West.
for the Giants.
They all play the AFC West. I believe they all play the NFC North as well.
Yeah.
So it's not a hard or it's not an easy schedule even
Which we
for
can
the
say is the
Eagles.
best division in the NFC, right?
The
Easily.
North.
The NFC North, easily.
East second.
No.
Are you shitting me?
I mean this
Who are you
season
putting
on
Yes. Okay.
paper
Yes. Yes.
on this
Yes.
season paper I would say it's a toss up between the two. Given we've already covered the North, we don't need to go into too much breakdown, but there's too many new pieces in the North.
Whatever.
I would say it's a toss up between the two. And you guys like to always say the AFC West is the best division in the AFC because they have the Chiefs. Well, then you have to use the same logic here with
No,
the
I don't.
NFC East, given the
Don't hold me
Eagles.
to using the same logic. I don't have to use the same logic.
That's a minor inconvenience right there. That's an annoyance for Tybo.
Being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Not being allowed to be a hypocrite.
No, I can be a hypocrite.
I know when you're not allowed to be a
When you,
hypocrite is the
when you,
inconvenience.
when you.
That's that'll get up my nerves.
So yeah, the Eagles are finishing first in this division.
I got them
Second.
first.
Second.